I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
Prank call is our word for today. Now, ever wonder what will happen if you leave a phone with your child? Now you may be thinking that, oh, they'll just play games with it, or maybe watch some Pizza Hub on it. Or maybe they'll start drop shipping left and right, or worse, they may be invested in Logan Paul's crypto zoo. Oh, don't sue me. Well, fortunately, we haven't got that incident yet, but instead we're taking a look at the other worst thing your child can do with a phone. Prank calls. Now, I've seen the great Moist Critical talk about this a year ago, and I was like, ha, that's goofy. But now, the actual body cam has come out, and I just wanted to share it to you because unlike then, now you can feel the disappointment and the anger of the parents. So on July 26, 2023, these officers are frantic, haggard, trying to search for an alleged white kidnapper van, and they even got a helicopter to take part on this massive search, going full-on GTA 5-star wanted level in real life. Because around 9:45 AM, they received a 911 text message with a woman named Lily Lee Combs regarding a kidnapping, and Lily claimed that she is currently following a kidnapper's van. And it's not like she just said that as it is. No, she is breaking it down play by play, giving precise information on what's happening as it was happening, going full-on Batman World's Greatest Detective mode.
2 minutes later, Lily texted police that the suspect was in a white van and she was following it in a blue Jeep. When police asked her what her friend's name was, she replied that it was a 14-year-old named Maddie Lawson. 9:54 a.m., she texted police he's tying her up. And 15 minutes later, she added that the fake male suspect was armed with a gun.
Now that's not all. Like I said, the text is detailed, like she even knew the color of the kidnapper's eye and that he has a brown hair.
Says, RP confirming they're in a blue Jeep. Victim is in a white van. They can see they are being restrained through the windows. At the turnaround? How is she behind them? She's seeing this happen and she knows what color eyes he has. That's weird. Brown hair and blue eyes, but she's behind them. Like, if she was like saw the incident or saw witnessed the kidnapping, or I mean, like, how would you even be following them and know any of this?
I mean, the exact details is very useful for situations like this, but coming from someone who is just tailing the suspect is very suspicious behavior. Now the officers kind of feel like they're being duped and even try to call the number, but they got hanged up on.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Is this the, what's your name? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm trying to reach the person that called 911.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, shit, I'm up.
Please leave your message for 3.
No, it's going to voicemail.
And after that, the officers got fed up and tracked down the mystery commentator. And they tracked it down to a residence in Port Orange, and they didn't waste any time going over there to give the prank caller a piece of their mind. I mean, there's even a helicopter, for God's sake. Talk about waste of resources. And they are met with the father who turned out to be the father of the prank caller, and they immediately stated what's going on.
Hi there, how you doing? Is this your residence, sir?
This is.
Do you have a daughter or a child at home named by Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Anybody home?
Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from Pennsylvania. I have an Ava and a Mikey.
Ava and a Mikey?
Yep.
One don't find.
Would you like to see them?
And as they were walking inside to explain even further, the 911 operator began calling the prank caller's number again, and it was revealed that their daughter Ava was their gal because her phone started ringing as soon as the call was made.
Hello? Hold on. Who's this?
Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
Alright, cool. This is Deputy Asby, the Sheriff's Office.
Oh, good. You got her.
Yep, alright.
Oh, okay. Is her dad home?
Yep, I got both her parents here.
Yeah, we're going to ask the sheriff to go away in a second.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
What happened? I'm so
Let me see this phone.
All these other numbers. So there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah,
911? What time?
That's her
Right
call. That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again right there.
This phone was called.
These numbers calling back in are no caller ID.
You did?
Well, there's 3 different times of 911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the initial call.
Twice.
And I didn't mean to call that because But you did. When did... I'm just so confused. I'm sorry. When did you got a message about an interstate?
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car.
Could I call this
Who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
And of course, being the master prank caller that she is, she began denying ever calling 911. Because you're not a master prank caller if you admitted into prank calling, right?
You were calling 911? You were. Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did it on your phone.
Did they say anything to you? No one said anything to you?
Did you say, Ava, you have to explain what happened here. Something's going on. What did you know? What do you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
I didn't hear anything. Call me across the door.
You're not in trouble. I just need to know what happened. I need to know and understand because this is like weird.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate and we're trying to find them. And
Open your mouth if you said something on the phone.
I didn't say anything.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call 911.
But I didn't talk.
And after they relayed the previously on Dragon Ball recap on the parents, they are beginning to hawk out. I mean, they are pissed.
You just lied to the police and mommy and daddy. You just lied to everybody.
You have 3 sheriffs here for stupidity.
Tell them what you just said to us.
Open your mouth. I'm telling you, open your mouth.
Man, let me tell you, if her parents were Asian, bro, you're gonna start seeing slippers loaded up to bazookas fired directly at your ass cheeks. Or like a broom, they're gonna wham bam those cakes to the ground. Or even worse, you're gonna get a free ear chiropractor giving you the ear ring dinger. And after those disciplinary words, the officers read Ava her Miranda rights and told her how bad her deed was.
I'm gonna read you something, and then we're gonna ask you some questions. What's your name? Ava? How old are you, Ava?
All right, Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have the lawyer present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before my questioning if you wish.
We're reading her rights. Because you did something stupid.
Right.
Let me explain something here, okay? You can cry about this. And what you've done here is a felony, okay? It's a felony crime, and you probably have 20 law enforcement officers at least, a helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening. You know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something that you did as a joke? So you better take this serious.
And as you can see, the father is low-key happy because this is a major life lesson to this kid. And who is a better teacher than large mistakes and police officers, am I right?
Planning on happening out of this. Well, what did you think was going to happen when you said somebody was kidnapped and somebody had a gun? What did you think was going to happen? Well, did you have any thoughts about how much of the law enforcement resources in this area you were going to take up by doing that? I probably never thought of that, right? Did you think of the men and women that have families at home that are driving 90 or 100 miles an hour with their lights and siren on, trying to save somebody who's a victim of an armed kidnapping, that they could be involved in a traffic crash and be seriously injured or killed because you wanted to make a joke? Does that seem funny to you? Would that be funny if that happened? Because I can tell you that would be even more serious than what you're looking at right now.
This father is just giving her the death stare. I mean, I can feel the stare piercing through my screen right now. He is fuming. Lord have mercy on that girl's hobby, because she's probably gonna be grounded for a long time.
You physically see your father walk up to sheriffs, military, everybody, thank you for your service. And then you do like this?
Now, she did try to blame it all on his brother.
Don't look at your mother. She didn't have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, I beat my brother, said something about my brother, just maybe talking about it, and I ended up doing it today, and doing all this.
Was he part of planning this with you?
No, he just said it, and
What did he say?
he said it was 911.
This is your brother?
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
Wanna get him?
911.
Well, when we're done, will you go wait a minute?
And I said, no, we can't. I didn't have any idea this morning, and I just
So you're trying to blame this on your brother?
asked me.
Was he with you when you made this call?
No.
Okay, was he with you when you made these texts?
No.
Okay, then you did this. You were on your own for this. And if your brother's 7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this. This was all your decision. Okay.
To call 911 to do what? What did he say to call 911?
Just call 911. You guys.
So can I ask?
What if
was
he told you to
something
go up on the roof
YouTube
and jump
that you
off the
saw?
roof? Would you do that? So what's the difference?
Man, she is getting desperate, even throwing your own brother under the bus. Huh, Classic sibling moment. Now you may be thinking, why did she think that making a prank call that someone has been kidnapped is a good idea? Like, did she pull that out of her own asshole? Like, oh, let's prank 911, waste their resources. Yeah, epic prank, yeah, sheesh. Well, she got that idea from a YouTube challenge, although she didn't name drop anybody, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was inspired by Jack Doherty or Vitaly or something.
She stated that she got the idea to prank 911 through a YouTube challenge and thought it would be funny. The arrest report says.
Where was this video that you saw? Where was it? On YouTube? Do you remember who the creator was or who the poster was, what it was about? Any?
Now what happens next is nothing short of dank epicness, because you're about to witness an Asian level of disciplinary action.
She can't sit in a dentist's office. That's why I'm saying.
Deep breath.
Listen carefully. Don't make this.
No, she'll be out there.
So stop, listen to me. What's your Ava? Ava, stop struggling, okay? They're not going to hurt you. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. Listen carefully what's going to happen here. No one's going to hurt you. You're going to sit in the car for now, okay? If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be out shortly after that.
Go in the car?
No, you can't go in the car.
The company can't.
It just can't happen.
I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
I'm just warning you, you're not going to sit for a couple hours. They're going to be bringing you into a building, fingerprinting you, doing all sorts of stupid for your stupid. Your life just changed, kid. Over a phone call, your life just changed.
Now, if you may know something about me, is that I am an extremely empathetic person. Like, I feel her parents' pain. Hearing their child squeal like that in pain from the handcuffs, that hurts to watch. But that feeling of mine goes directly to the trash, if you take into account the gravity of what she's done.
This is the best punishment for her right now. Stop stressing. This is the best thing for her because she's bouncing with
It
it.
sucks for us. I work my off with you to keep this kid doing stuff normal like we did as kids, and this is the she does.
I mean, huge W to the parents though, kudos to them. I mean, they knew the art of Asian discipline, and it's definitely the right thing to do, because if she got off scot-free on that behemoth-sized shit, she's most definitely going to do that again. And what the officer had said earlier may come true that time around. Like, did she think that the officers are gonna have a hearty belly laugh, a Santa Claus belly laugh because they got pranked by the master prank caller? Like, you got us, you're free to go now, that's so epic, yeah. No, it's straight to the consequences of her actions. That's all there is to it. Now after that, they did those procedures on her, the one that they said earlier, and she got charged with a misdemeanor and a felony. Then they transferred her to juvenile detention, and of course she's just 11 years old and her actions doesn't warrant jail time, I think, unless she unalives someone, plus she's a minor, so that's almost a guarantee that she is not going to jail. But what she did though is guarantee her parents a hard time, an unnecessary hard time. And yeah, after that, it's most likely that she goes free. And I will bet that she will never do that again. So that's it. Bye.